be that bothered, would you? You were? You are booking it later, after the gig. Brilliant, okay. Because you do a lot of travelling in this job. So you do a lot of driving around, you go to different places. And so you listen to the radio a lot to try and keep yourself going. So it's impossible not to occasionally listen to late night love songs with me, Angie Greaves. Hi, hope you're all listening snuggled up on the sofa tonight. What? No one is listening snuggled up on the sofa. If you're listening to late night love, you're either on the way back from work or you haven't got enough paracetamol to kill yourself with. And they read out these love letters going, hi, I first met Alice 25 years ago. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar, and I was an alcoholic. We had 16 fantastic years together, but eventually her husband was released from prison, and I had to let her go. I love you, Alice. I'll miss you forever. Everybody's looking for that something. It's the same shit every night. Where are all the exciting stories for people who aren't suicidal? I want to hear exciting stories like, we were going out for 2 years. It was a whirlwind romance. But eventually it came to an end and I realised I couldn't have her. So if I can't have her, no one can. And that's why she's in the booth and I'm heading to the woods. Thriller, thriller nights. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Make it late night love confessions. Get the weirdest people in the country ringing in going, hello? Yeah, my wife's at work and I'm wearing all her clothes. I'm enjoying it, but I'm also crying. Man, I feel like a woman. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Or, even worse, hi, it's Dave. Yeah, I'm on the A279. I don't have a girlfriend, but I'm pretty sure I've just killed a cyclist. Have you got sorry seems to be the hardest word?
In my car, I've got a sat-nav, right? And this sat-nav's got a really cool feature. What you can do, you can pre-program in your home address. You only have to press one button and it takes you straight home every time, right? What a cool thing. My dad's a knobhead, because recently I got in my car late at night, pressed that button, drove for 2 hours, and it set it so it took me to my local homeless shelter. Now, what a dick. What annoyed me was not the fact he did it, but the fact he worked out how, right? My dad's like technology illiterate. I'll give you an example. He owns an iPhone. The only time I've ever seen him use it is when we had a power cut and he used the light of the screen to eat his dinner with, right? He's that man. Now, and like, I've got a younger brother as well, and how it's sort of inappropriate my parents are sort of spread to him because he's going through puberty at the moment. He's 12 years old, and he's always got questions. And when he's got a question about puberty, they think it's funny to get him to ask me because it makes me awkward, right? So he comes into my room all the time with all these questions, and I just go, oh, well, it's this. And like, he came in one day and was like, Matt, what's porn? And I just go, well, oh, God. And I don't really want him to be exposed to porn, because porn's quite violent and weird now. Like, I saw a porn video the other day. Like, my friend linked it to me. I didn't find it myself. And it was a woman, right? It was genuinely a woman with a baby octopus, and she was just putting it in her vagina, right? Now, the thing that annoyed me about this video was not the fact it was pretty much oppressive to women or animals, the fact they'd not called it octopussy. That's what pissed me off, right?
Now, give me a cheer if you're a fan, because I'd like to talk about Babe Station.
Woo!
There's a lot of liars in this room. Some people in couples looking at me like, I'll leave it, mate, leave it. I'm sure there's some of you as well that probably don't know Babe Station. For those of you that don't, I'll explain. It's like a channel we have here, and it's semi-naked women dancing about, and you can't hear anything, you just hear dance music. They're on the phone, you ring in, it's like £5 a minute, you get the full effects, let's say. It's about channel 95 on your cable box. I don't know why I say about 95, it's definitely exactly 95. If any of you got like younger brothers or sons or nephews and you ever walk in the room and they quickly change the channel and grab the cat, probably what they've been watching. Now, I'm a fan of football. Have we actually got any football fans in? We've got a few. Good. You can all do this anyway, but it helps if you like football. What I've discovered to do, I don't like Babe Station, but you can do this trick. You put on the Babe Station, now turn the sound off. Don't press the mute button, because then you still get that symbol blocking part of the screen. Press down on the volume. That bit isn't actually funny, it's just practical. Put the radio on, put it on a football phone-in. Put it on a football phone-in. It looks like the girls are talking about football. Oh yeah. Oh really? really don't think Arsenal's going to win anything this year. Yeah, because they are just too vulnerable at the rear. Every time I do that bit, I think, oh, my mum must be so proud of me.
Spoke into my bottle, held the microphone, that was confusing. Fucked it up already. How are we doing? I'm Pete TECKMAN. Hello? Thank you. I apologise, by the way, for my appearance tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not usually this short. I'm bald. I had my identity stolen recently, and this is what the bastards left me with. No, I wish that were true. It's not. Sadly, I am this short and bald. I was born short and bald, to be honest with you. So you can imagine my disappointment now after all these years, finding myself pretty much back where I started. I'm aware it's not a great look. It's not a look anybody aspires to, is it? Let's face it, I didn't get to the age of 12 and think, God, I hope I don't grow anymore and all my hair falls out by the time I'm 30. And it's not a look that ladies go for, is it, ladies? To be perfectly honest, you're not naturally attracted to the short, bald men. That's a fact. You need any evidence, you only have to look at the Lonely Hearts column of any newspaper or magazine. Count how many adverts you see from women specifically looking for a short, bald man. You won't see any, ever. I've looked. Actually, I'll tell you, I did see one once a few years ago. It said, would like to meet short, bald men, age, looks, personality, unimportant. I thought, fantastic. There's the perfect woman for me. She doesn't give a shit what she ends up with. I replied, and it turned out to be someone casting for extras for the Lord of the Rings movie. My friends used to say, don't worry about it, Pete, it's what's on the inside that counts. So I used to think, well, yeah, that's what I am worried about. I'm never going to get inside anybody looking like this.
A few of you didn't realise that. Because look at yourselves, nice looking crowd. You're lively enough still to want to go out on a Monday, to want to go out to a club on a Monday. But now you want to go to a club that has seats. That's right, nice and discerning. This is really nice. Let me tell you a few things as well. This is a weirdest show because when I got in and I saw Dan Compere, I thought the same thing. Because I've got a 4-year-old, so I know the show, Big Cook, Little Cook. And it's weird because I think it's only the second time I've worked with him. Because I too come from a children's TV background. And you know, you never get it straight away, so I'll explain. Let's just cut to the chase. Teletubbies. I'm serious. I'm deadly serious. I am the person who plays Dipsy in Teletubbies. Again, laugh at my best claim to fame, you fuckers. This is actually the truth. What normally happens at this point is that a few people look like he's joking, and a few people think he's lying, and a couple of people will actually get their phones out and actually Google it, and in about 10 seconds come back up and go, hell, it's true. That's if they have an iPhone. If they've got a BlackBerry, it might be quite a wait, but yeah. I really am the person who plays, it's my chief claim to fame. It's the only thing I'm known for after many years of doing stand-up. And I'll tell you something as well for free. For a few people who are now looking at the stage, doubting, thinking he's lying. I think people, I've never played a gig in Swindon in all my years in stand-up. If I'm thinking it's a Monday night in February 2012, I need to come up with a lie to impress them with. Would that be the first thing I come up with? It's weird because I'm very proud of that show. I'm very proud of that show. It's on in 120 countries, over and counting. It's been on the air continuously since we launched it in 1997. And every now and again I get a cold sweat, Swindon, because I nearly turned it down when I got offered it, because I was going for a nice little period of stand-up, and the BBC calls, which for a comedian is the holy grail. The BBC, like, yeah, what? And we wanted to do a show, yeah. And then they said it was children's TV. And I was like, you want me to do children's TV? Have you not seen my act? I am a comedy gangster, yeah? There's no way. And then they were like, it's a preschool. I'm like, fuck no. I ain't doing children's TV in the first suit. Screw that. A suit, you know? I'm like, nah, I'm a comedy gangster. You need to give me my own show. I am a comedy gangster. And then halfway through my little rant, they got to the size and length of the contract involved in that show, which cut my rant in two. I was halfway through going, I'm a comedy gangster. There's no way I'm gonna do it. How much? I have a baby. Told you.